Hi, my name is Jonathan Bryant. I'm a software engineer and I'm here to demo a clinical program data analysis tool I built for a company that provides behavior analytics services for individuals with autism and related disorders. This is a really special project for me because it's the first real programming tool I ever built, and it wound up having a significant impact on the company's ability to operate, which was wonderful. At the time this was built, I was working for the company as a board certified behavior analyst and helped transition them from a pen and paper data collection system to a digital data collection system. And we found that the output from the digital data collection system was a CSV file with all the data in a single cell separated by commas. Now, the staff were clinically knowledgeable, but not so great with Excel, so there was a need to find a way to expedite the analysis process, and this tool is the result of that need. So what we see here is the raw data. It's processed raw data. All of the data isn't in a single cell anymore, but all of the employees' names have been changed to example BT and then a number to differentiate between individual employees. And the client's name is just John Doe, and that's for HIPAA purposes. So when the client runs the macro, this is the screen that they'd be greeted with. And I'm just going to kind of, there's a lot going on with this program, but I'm just going to kind of glance over a lot of the core functionality. Up on top here, we just have some basic statistics. So the date ranges involved in this report, along with some extra stats. These are a list of links to graphs that can automatically generate graphs regarding involving this data. I'll go over that at the end. Here we have a list of the employees that have worked with this client, along with the number of trials that they've ran, and then the percentage of their contribution as far as the total number of trials. This is helpful in determining who the employees are that work most often with this individual. So if there's a need to change a protocol, we know who to talk to, right? So it's again, making something very quick and easy is a kind of a cornerstone of what was attempted in this macro. This is a graph that shows the distribution of programs by phase. And one of the main goals was to be able to, even if you didn't know the client well, very quickly and in a visual way, understand if this client has a need that needs to be addressed right away. And if any one of these chunks of the pie is too big, that's a problem. So yeah, that's very helpful in and of itself. Down here, I have a list of all of the programs, each target for that program, the date it was last ran, and then some extra stats. This is everything that this client is working on. The macro has conditional formatting that is set to trigger if the program isn't being ran as often as it needs to be ran. And we're seeing an awful lot of red here. This is because at the time of this recording, this data is about a year old. So yeah, we would expect to see quite a bit of red there. The things that aren't red are things that I told the program to ignore. So things that aren't really going to be ran as often as the rest of the programs. And then one of my favorite pieces is the conditional formatting in this row, or in this column rather. This column represents the total trial count. So this is the number of times that this individual has worked on this specific goal or this specific target. And the conditional formatting is set to trigger if the total trial count is one standard deviation or more above the average for all of the other programs or targets in that phase. So basically what this tells me is that this program or this target right here is requiring a lot of extra work for this individual for some reason. And we're not sure why. But as a clinician, when I run this report, I can just quickly scan down and know that this target, and this target are all struggling. And we should probably sit down and figure out why. This is just a legend, kind of showing what that means. And or how those numbers are, what the cutoffs are for those conditional formatting rules. And then there's a button up here for analyzing the BT and program performance. This was kind of a way for us to quickly look at what's going on from our end. So if I click on that, these links to the graphs, those are changed, and then we get some extra formatting over here. And what this is going to do is take all of the BTs that have worked with this client, show us their total number of trials along with the number of sessions that they've had to give us an idea of how productive they are each time they work with this client. So this person here has worked 10 sessions, has done over 1,400 trials, so they're averaging 144 trials per session, whereas this individual is only running 10 trials per session. So we probably have to have a conversation there. So again, there's that goal of being able to run this macro, and then even if you're not real familiar with the client, immediately know if there's a potential issue. Um, I won't get into these statistics here, but they help us give a little bit more information about what may be going wrong, especially for these programs that are struggling. And then finally, the Graphs tab. On the Graphs tab, we have individual programs that the macro is ready to look for. So I know that this client in particular has this program. So if I click on the Pull Data button, it's going to look for that data in the raw data and then pull it and paste it right into here. And once that's done, I can just click Create Chart, and I've got my graph. Reporting is a big part of compliance for this company, so being able to quickly generate these graphs is very, very helpful as well. So that is the core functionality of the program data analysis tool. My name is Jonathan Bryant, and thanks for watching.